Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen.
My vision with precision, I move forward. Can't be trapped by love, cause to me that's a prison.
Hey.
I know you say you love me, but we both know our future is all.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Simple, build up the brand.
Jesus Christ.
Finish. I hope you understand. Here we go.
Hey.
I can't be there all the time. I know.
Good morning. Special edition.
Drive me crazy. We supposed to be together. Now you wanna play.
Hey.
Either way it go, I know you understand my
Happy
grammar.
Saturday.
Taking pictures in front of the camera. But when it's all said and done, we won't be together.
Why they keep on blaming me? Cause I'm doing better. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Cause I'm doing better.
Woo. Yes, Saturday morning edition. Venus, good morning.
Cause I'm doing better.
Happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen.
Cause I'm doing better. I can't believe you wanna bring to me all the stress. Once upon a time we was Romeo and Juliet.
Let's go.
Whenever you alone, I'm the one you phone. Everything was good until you got your
Hey.
own. I'm not gonna be a player hater, I'm a congratulator.
Hey.
Now let me get back to it.
And I'ma keep flossing and crossing my T's, dotting and all in my eyes.
Here we
Hey,
go.
let's.
I can't be it all the time. I know you think I'm shady. I'm just out here making money. Why you trying to
Hey.
Now you wanna throw a fit and drive me crazy. We supposed to be together, but you wanna
Let's
play.
go.
Either way it go, I know you understand my grammar. I'ma keep on taking pictures in front of the camera.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Hey.
Why you keep on letting me?
Cause I'm doing better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially showtime. You know what we came to do. Let's get this show started. Special Saturday edition. In excess, greetings, brother. How are you doing? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know what we came to do. Tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. Saturday edition, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming.
I'll be back. Let's go.
It's like every week I gotta
All right, I'm ready.
I'm on top of my game, headed to class. You can
Tell that I made it. Look at my grass.
Cars in the garage, your tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. In my living room, screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Woo! Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off
Here you go.
this shit.
I'll tell you what, I was on a Zeus's live a couple of days. That shit was radical.
Oh.
It was horrible.
Oh.
I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the
It's like
Goodbye. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. They said I've gone way off the rails. Well, you know what? We gotta do it. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like deja vu. It's deja vu when I'm running.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and kill the music, DJ. Go ahead and kill the music, DJ. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special edition of the show. So I hope you all do enjoy it. All right. It's going to be the same quality. All right. And so I'm glad that all of you could make it. But let's get started. For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, Redhead. Well, it's quite simple, ladies and gentlemen. The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me, all right? That's the first H. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me on social media, all right? If I get it wrong, you know me, I will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong lately. All right. Good morning, Zena. Yes. And the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Oh, wait. If you were honest, Lucky, if I was honest, I would not have played edited videos. Oh, Lucky. You have some breaking news. See, Lucky. Greetings, G-Man. See, Lucky, you got up bright and early, and you decided to come into this kingdom and spread lies. I look forward to seeing you when I open up my box, Lucky. All right. I don't like liars. All right. I hope you're not lying this bright and early on a Saturday morning, Mr. Lucky. All right. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok, what we do is very special. All right. We hold our friends on the right, our friends like Lucky out there in the comments section, all right? And their leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. And when we're talking about dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, believe you me, the MAGA Republican Party has an endless supply of them, all right? And we all know they don't have any shame, right? So what we do over here on this side of town, ladies and gentlemen, is we make sure these folks get the shame they deserve, all right? And so listen up, you seditionist, treasonist, traitors. You know who you are, the MAGA demons out there. If you don't like the truth, right? Or you're like my good friend Brother Swervin likes to say, you're one of these individuals out here that are lactose intolerant, like Lucky in the comments, right? That means you're allergic to the facts. Greetings, attacking. You might want to leave this live and go on about your miserable life, Lucky. All right, you probably graduated from Snuggles University, Lucky, and that's why you don't know much. You should change your name from Lucky to Dementia. Demented, I meant to say demented, because you are under a strong delusion, Lucky. So if you don't like this live, all right, do me a huge favor, Lucky, and leave, all right? Because it's going to get very uncomfortable for you, but get this, Lucky. This is your lucky day. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Good.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
Lucky hates our country.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy
Greetings,
in
attacking.
the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right. If you are not happy in the United States of America, you can leave. Lucky. All right, Lucky, do me a huge favor, Lucky. Pack your bags wherever you are and head to Russia to be with your Lord and Savior, Vladimir Putin. Because maybe you didn't know this about me, Lucky. I refuse to allow MAGA to be victims around me, especially when I'm doing my show in the morning. I refuse to let you traitors be victims. All right, because think about it. All the damage and all the harm you've caused this country because of your abuse. Yes, I'm talking about serious abuse that these Trump supporters continue to inflict upon our democracy. On January 6th, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump and his Confederate soldiers, they placed a dagger at the throat of our democracy. And ever since then, I would say the gloves have truly been off, right?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off.
Right?
The jar has been opened.
The gloves are off and the jar has been opened, MAGA, and you did it. You want to know when the gloves came off? I'll tell you. When you made those nasty rumors up about Barack Hussein Obama, you remember that in the birther conspiracy nonsense? That's when the gloves came off. But you know when the jar got open? On January 6th, when you guys decided to storm the Capitol like a bunch of deranged hooligans. This is why I say Trump supporters are the most dangerous thing to our country. If you really want to make America great again, you know what you should do? Deport MAGA, right? We should deport MAGA. Yep. Yeah. You got a deranged Trump supporter out there. Who is this guy? Oh, Cody. Do me a huge favor, Cody. Go in the bathroom, Cody, or wherever you go and enjoy yourself, Cody. And just do me a huge favor, Cody. Come close. Listen to what I gotta say. This is what I want you to do.
Just keep thinking Trump. Trump is your daddy.
That's what Cody likes to do, ladies and gentlemen. Cody out there in my comment section, they get off on this guy. I don't know why they do it, ladies and gentlemen. I seriously don't. It's almost as if they got this poster of Donald Trump in their house and they do some nasty things to it, right? All right, so let's get into today's topics, all right? And let's start with the first one. It'll be Bedlam. How Trump is creating conditions for a post-election eruption. All right? Like I said, what President Biden said? Remember when President Biden said this? Hold on. Let's see what President Biden said.
And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections.
Right? They see their MAGA failures as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections. January 6th, ladies and gentlemen, like I've said, that was nothing but practice for MAGA. They figured out what they can do and what they can't do, and they'll be at it again. And that's why I'm on the show every morning doing what I do to make sure they know, try it if you want to, but it's not going to work out. It really isn't. All right, so Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, he's creating these conditions once again. A bloodbath, the end of democracy, riots in the streets, bedlam in the country. Donald Trump has made an apocalyptic imagery a defining feature of his presidential election campaign, warning his supporters that if he does not win and avoid criminal prosecution, America will enter its death throes. You see what Donald Trump is doing? He's trying to stoke fear. The prophecies of doom repeated ad nauseum at rallies on social media have raised fears that the former president is making an electoral tinderbox that could explode in November. While there has been much commentary assessing the implications of a Trump win, some experts have warned that a Trump defeat could provide an easily severe stress test of American democracy. This is sad stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless of whether Donald Trump wins or loses, there's going to be violence. Wow. A retired police officer who was seriously injured by pro-Trump rioters at the United States Capitol, Michael Fanone, says, if Donald Trump loses, he's not going to concede, and he is going to inspire people to commit acts of violence, just like he did in the weeks and months leading up to the January 6, 2021 riots. If he wins, I also believe that there's going to be violence committed by his supporters, targeting people who previously tried to hold him accountable. Whether it was members of the press, average citizens like myself, DOJ officials, state and federal prosecutors, I believe him when he says that he will have his vengeance. During his first run for president in 2016, he encouraged his supporters to knock the crap out of the protesters and said that he would pay their legal bills if they got into trouble. Should he be denied the presidential nomination and the Republicans' National Convention in Cleveland, he warned, I think you'd have riots. In the summer of 2020, Trump said to have called for military to pew-pew peaceful protesters in Washington, D.C. during the Black Lives Matter demonstration. When he disputed his election defeat last year, he suggested that an adverse ruling by Pennsylvania Supreme Court would quote, induce violence in the streets. Then at a rally, before his supporters stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th, Donald Trump says, you'll never take back our country with weakness. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. After the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida in August of 2022, he predicted that, quote, terrible things are going to happen. And then he quoted the South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham's warning of, quote, riots in the streets if Donald Trump was charged. Since declaring his candidacy in November of 2022, Trump has intensified inflammatory and racist statements on the campaign trail. He has promised to pardon January 6 insurrectionists, suggested that General Mark Milley should be unalived and asserted that immigrants who enter into the United States illegally are poisoning the blood for our country. At last year's Conservative Political Action Conference, Trump declared, "This is the final battle. They know it. I know it. You know it. And everybody knows it. This is it. Either they win or we win. And if they win, we no longer have a country." He threatened political unaliving and destruction if he was charged in the Manhattan District Attorney over hush money payments, and criticized those urging his supporters to remain peaceful, fuming his Truth Social platform, quote, "Our country is being destroyed as they tell us to be peaceful." Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have over here, and you can go read this for yourself, is example after example of Donald Trump fanning the flames of violence, stoking fear in his supporters, so that once this next election cycle takes place, and we know what's going to happen, there won't be a red wave. There's going to possibly be a red trickle at best. And the Democrats are going to crush those MAGA demons, because guess what? The American people have already spoke. Nobody wants to see Donald Trump in office. Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, has made the conditions so ripe for another insurrection, all right, that at this point, ladies and gentlemen, it's really a matter of time. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what I need you all to do? Because I know these seditionists, treasonous traitors, I know what they got planned, and it's not going to work because the American people are a lot more wiser this time. We're ahead of them. Please join me in giving Donald Trump and his violent behind and his violent supporters what they deserve, because they're going to try to cheat and it's not going to work. They're going to get beat like they got beat last time. There won't be any election interference. This is just going to be a good old-fashioned behind kicking. Join me in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve this bright and early on a Saturday morning, ladies and gentlemen. Another round of booze and shame. Get them out of here.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
And Lucky, if you're still out there in the audience, Lucky, I look forward to you bringing whatever evidence you claim that you have that prove that I'm lying, Lucky. Please don't sit out there and cry. I don't like it when these Trump supporters come in here and they start crying and they can't produce any evidence to back up a single thing that they have been saying. Listen, I've heard every MAGA conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to know that. I've heard every MAGA conspiracy, and all of them, and I do mean this, all of them have been debunked. Now, many of us, we heard the news, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I can't say her name for some reason. It's supposed to be Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I always keep wanting to say Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't know why I keep having to think like that, right? Well, we know what she did with Mike Johnson yesterday, right? You know, she put forth that paperwork to try to get him out of the speaker's position, right? And there's been some news that has came out in terms of why did Marjorie do this, right? Now, I thought she did it, ladies and gentlemen, because she didn't like that, Mike Johnson was trying to keep the government open, right? I thought that's what it was about. But what we got now, ladies and gentlemen, from one of her colleagues, Greg Murphy, is there's a little more to why she decided to proceed with this.
They're called.
Oops, sorry about that. Proceed with attacking Mike Johnson, all right, after he put forth the spending bill to keep the government open, all right? Let's see what this is. And we're going to listen to our good friend Rob Schmidt on the Republican side from North Carolina. Listen to what he says about why Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to try to oust Mike Johnson, all right? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
If you step back and look, we are in divided government, and we have some individuals that just don't seem to get it. I have a great relationship with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Her office is right next to mine. But, we can't get 100% of what we want. And we've had some individuals that literally want to take their ball and go home because they don't get 100% of what they want. We had one fella in conference day before yesterday said, I haven't read the bill, but I know I'm against it already. So, yeah, I know there's frustration. It's been a long several weeks. But, God, I will tell you, Mike is doing the best damn job he can. He's working his butt off. and you can't get everything that you want.
Let me just ask you real quick. Let's talk about, everybody wants to see, I think, more transparency in this process. That's what we all wanted. We're sick of, you see all of this ridiculous stuff that they stuff into these bills to satisfy every special interest in Washington.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to be developing. What is holding it back?
I don't necessarily agree with that, but I will tell you, we had the first time we cut spending. We cut non-defense discretionary spending for the first time. First time. You can't do this all in one huge big chunk. People need to realize that. And also, Rob, let me just talk back to this vacate measure. This was an asinine thing pushed forth by Matt Gaetz because he had a rift with McCarthy. And then he did also, just sadly enough, what I just got a text not 30 minutes ago from Marjorie saying, I'm wanting to raise money on this. Matt Gaetz raised money the whole week or the whole time he was creating chaos. This is not what it's supposed to be. This is not what adults in the room do.
Thank you, Greg Murphy. All right. So Marjorie Taylor Greene is filing this motion to vacate the speaker position, ladies and gentlemen. Not because she really has an issue. She's doing it because she wants to use it as a fundraising opportunity to grift MAGA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I say. If you really are still on the fence about which party to vote for this election, think about this. Marjorie Taylor Greene and all of these MAGA demons, Donald Trump, Lauren Boebert, Jim Jordan, whoever you want, name them, all they're doing is coming up with new ways to scare you into sending them money, right? They want the government to come to a screeching halt. They want people to lose their jobs so that they can win their re-election campaigns and make money. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not a country for me, and that shouldn't be a country for you. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me once again in giving Marjorie Taylor Greene what she deserves. All right, we've caught her once again, not caring about the American people, worshiping Donald Trump and following in his footsteps to grift his supporters. How much money do you all have? I mean, every time I turn around, these MAGA people are grifting their supporters. I can't believe you still vote for these guys. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Marjorie Taylor Greene a round of boos of shame. Give her some boos of shame. You deserve better, America.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I see that we have some dissension. Good morning, Ange. I see we have some dissension in my comments. I see there's some people out here that don't like Zeus. They think I'm spreading, negative things out here. I'm not spreading negative things. I'm actually telling the truth. I'm one of the very few people that'll get out here and shatter every single conspiracy with an overwhelming amount of truth. And guess what? If that makes you uncomfortable, do me a huge favor. Lucky, come a little closer, Lucky. Do me a huge favor.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave.
Right.
If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
I've done this poll every time I've gotten a chance, right? Is there anybody out there in the audience forcing MAGA to stay in the United States? By a show of hands, can you raise your hands? All right. If you're forcing Donald Trump and his supporters to stay in the United States, please raise your hand. All right. Because for some strange reason, MAGA seems to think they're the majority. But if you look at this, look at the audience, MAGA. Nobody wants you here. So why do you think Donald Trump is going to win? I tell you, MAGA believes anything. And wait until you hear what I got coming up. We're going to play MAGA or not in a bit. All right. And this story, ladies and gentlemen, takes the cake. All right. But let's move on. Now this topic is called House Republicans just gave President Biden the biggest possible gift. Earlier this week, the Republican Study Committee, the largest GOP caucus in the House of Representatives, released its proposed budget for this coming fiscal year. It includes longtime conservatives' wish list items like raising the Social Security retirement age for younger Americans, reducing benefits for younger high-income earners, and converting Medicare into a voucher-style premium program. When it comes to Social Security and Medicare, Republicans just can't help themselves. Even after years of attempted cuts that have backfired, they continue to attempt to sabotage the popular entitlements program, and in doing so, sabotage themselves. The RSC, which counts Speaker Mike Johnson's amongst its members, alongside 80% of House Republicans, insists these changes are necessary to save the program. Not only is this false, but the RSC proposal is a massive political error, handing President Joe Biden a jewel of an issue to run on ahead of Election Day. Better still for the president, the RSC proposal comes on the heels of former President Donald Trump saying in an interview on CNBC's Squawk Box last week that, quote, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting. After Biden and his campaign pounced, the Trump team tried to backtrack. But Republicans heard the former president loud and clear. RSC Chair Kevin Hern told reporters Wednesday, what you're hearing President Trump say is exactly what we're saying. That's about par for the course when it comes to Trump. When he first ran for president, the then long shot candidate distinguished himself from the GOP field by promising to leave both programs alone. But during Trump's time in office, every single one of his budgeted proposed cuts to every single one of his budgets proposed cuts to Social Security and Medicare. Let me say that again. Every single one of Donald Trump's budgets that he proposed while he was president included cuts to Social Security and Medicare. And now that he's out of office, he wants to pretend like that never happened. Instead, he is falsely blaming the Democrats and immigrants of unaliving both programs. You see, ladies and gentlemen, it is Donald Trump and the MAGA who are trying to cut Social Security. And I know a lot of you Trump supporters are on Social Security, right? I've heard you say it on this app. I've read it in the comments. I've gone to other social media platforms. You're all benefiting from Social Security and Medicare. And the Republicans want to take it away from you and then try to blame, guess who? The Democrats, the radical left and Joe Biden. Well, guess what? Once again, we've caught you in another lie. Good morning, DJ. Once again, MAGA, we've caught you in another lie. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? I need you all to join me in giving Donald Trump and his MAGA demons, once again, another round of booze and shame. Get them out of here. Yeah. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call, bringing the receipts and making sure the American people know the God-honest truth about what's really going on. All right. Now, I want to move on. Should we play MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen? Should we play MAGA or not? Let's play MAGA or not, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to do it, but sometimes I got to do it. All right. And the reason that I play this game, MAGA or not, is because I want the American people to understand you really don't got to hear Trump supporters talk anymore. You can just look at the data yourself and make that determination based off of what's going on. All right. And these are real stories, ladies and gentlemen. I bring these real stories to the platform so that you have your eyes open and you can do your darndest to protect yourself when you confront the MAGA demon. Now, you know the rules. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe this is MAGA. Thank you, Mr. Incognito, for the subscription. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is MAGA. All right. Put a 2 if you think this is other. All right. This is a real story, ladies and gentlemen. Now, please bear with me. All right. Please bear with me. All right. Okay. So this one is called Woman Says That She Started a Fire at a Stranger's House After Seeing a Sign Saying Witches welcome. A woman said she set fire to a stranger's porch because she is a witch and saw a sign at the house that said, "Witches welcome." Michelle Young, 46, was arrested Tuesday, March 19th, after she allegedly started a fire on the porch of a house in Burlington, Iowa. Emergency services rushed to the scene at around 4:30 p.m. after the homeowner told the police she saw her setting something ablaze on the security camera, with smoke also visible in the footage. Police found Young upon arrival at the house, who admitted to starting the fire, according to an affidavit filed by Des Moines County Court. Young said she thought a friend of hers lived in the house. She also told police that she saw a sign near the house that read, "Witches welcome," and that she herself is a witch. All right. So she started the fire. The homeowner told police she did not know Young and had never seen her before. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to help me determine if this is a Trump supporter or not. Is this MAGA or not? Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is MAGA, or put a 2 if you think it's other. Well, that one guy, 2.0, put 2. But for the most part, look at that. The people have spoken. The people in the kingdom have spoken. All right, so guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Hear ye. I hereby determine that this lady, Michelle Young, 46 years dumb, possessed with the MAGA demon, is clearly MAGA, ladies and gentlemen. So guess what we got to do to Michelle, since she has no shame, ladies and gentlemen. And we caught her. This is what happens when you yell, "Witch hunt, it's a witch hunt, it's a witch hunt." That, like Donald Trump does. It's a witch hunt. That's what his supporters do. It's a witch hunt. Well, guess what? You actually have some folks out here that believe you. You have some folks out here that believe you. All right? And so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Michelle Young, the Wicked Witch. I would say the Wicked Witch of the West, but it's not quite West. But the Wicked Witch, Michelle Young, a round of booze and shame. Can't make this stuff up.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
You know, I saw somebody out there that says, "Darn, Zeus, all you do is project." Are you feeling a little uncomfortable out there? Good. Because think about what you've done to this country, you traitor. Listen, if you're a Trump supporter, please don't come to my show and act like you're a victim, because you're not a victim. I know what you do. I know what every single MAGA demon on this app does. I've listened to you, whether I'm in the box or I'm just in the audience. I've listened to you. All you do is cry after you terrorize the United States, and it doesn't fly with me. All right, now let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen, before I open up these boxes. All right, I got to make sure we cover some more ground. All right. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Do we want to talk about this? Oh yes. Little chance that Trump will be saved by appeals court from asset seizure by Monday. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to this. I really do. Any hope that Donald Trump has that a judge in the New York State Appellate Division will give him more time to come up with the nearly $500 million or reduced amount he needs for his appeals bond related to financial fraud due on Monday should be put to rest. According to a report from the Washington Post, with New York Attorney General Letitia James has already been poised to start grabbing Trump properties and raid his bank accounts if he misses the deadline. The former president is running out of time, and the court's normal scheduling does not favor his immediate needs. At the Post reporting, the appeals court generally issues rulings Tuesday and Thursdays, so there's very little chance it will act by Monday on Donald Trump's request to waive the bond requirement, adding, quote, "If it doesn't, and if Trump doesn't post bond by then, legal experts say there's nothing preventing Letitia James from calling on New York City sheriffs or any city marshal to begin seizing his assets. This is some great news, MAGA. This is great news. I look forward to, come Monday, Donald Trump is either going to have to pay up or we're going to see sheriffs out there taking what's theirs, right? So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? All right? Join me once again in giving Donald Trump and his supporters what they deserve. All right? Because they know come this Monday, they're going to be crying all over this app, right, Ange? They're going to be crying all over this app on Monday, I guarantee you. Join me in giving them what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. Get them out of here. I don't care.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right. One couple more topics and then, thank you for the train. Johnny D. Thank you. Couple more topics and then I'm going to open up the box, all right? Now, there's one topic I definitely need to address, all right? My good friend, you know him, Snuggles. How many of you know who Snuggles is?
Struggle bubbles, struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the weight. Yeah, he's a struggler.
Yeah. Snuggles, ladies and gentlemen. He's a Trump University graduate who's also opened up his school, and it's called Snuggles University, where he milks all of these Trump supporters and lies to them, all right, on behalf of Donald Trump. This story came out about how the migrants, overran the Texas, National Guard, and he's like, Zeus, you don't see there's a problem with the migrants? And so I told Snuggles, there's bigger issues to fry. There's bigger fish to fry, Snuggles, all right? Anybody that thinks like Snuggles, all right? And this is why, all right? Migrants who rushed the National Guard at the border may have been released into the United States interior, according to reports, all right? Many of the migrants who poured in from Mexico by breaking down the fence and overwhelming the National Guard on Thursday may have been released into the American interior, according to sources, all right? Tear, a reporter on the southern border, told Fox News in an interview that many of those who participated in the storming of the border may have been processed and released into the American interior under Title 8. All right? Title 8 is a measure whereby those who claim to be asylum seekers get their claims vetted by American courts. Quote, this sends a message to people around the world that even if you act like this, you can probably get into the country, and I think they continue to push these boundaries and to see what they can get away with. Here they got away with some really, really scary stuff and appeared to be assaulting some of the National Guardsmen, right? And I mean, and this is why I want to bring this front and center, all right? If you're going to sit out there and complain about the migrants coming into this country and, engaging in what they call, heinous acts of violence, then the question remains this, MAGA. Where do you think they learned that this kind of behavior was acceptable, right? And that's kind of the thing that I wanted to bring front and center. When you're talking about storming things, you know where my mind goes, MAGA? I'm going to tell you where my mind goes. January 6th, when the whole world saw MAGA storming the United States Capitol, placing a dagger at the throat of our democracy. This is why I tell you folks, you're supposed to be leading by example, MAGA. This is what they've learned from you. You're the one out there saying the border is open. You're the one listening to Donald Trump, not working with the Democrats, right, to pass legislation to help address the issue. You're the one storming the Capitols on behalf of Donald Trump, putting it out there so the world can see. So now other people are duplicating what they see MAGA doing, and all of a sudden, now you have a problem. You Trump supporters are something else. And I just can't believe it. Every single day when somebody shows you how ridiculous you are, all of a sudden you get triggered. And this is why I do what I do every day, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, I will not allow them to bring issues up like this. and try to use it as some sort of wedge to talk politics? No, there's nothing to talk about when it comes to immigration right now, because I just can't get past the fact that we had a deal and you refused to work with us, all because your cult leader told you not to. That's number one. But then number two, January 6th, like I said, you showed the rest of the world, if you don't get what you want, just do this. And guess what they did? They did exactly what you showed them to do. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Join me once again in giving Greg Abbott, the Texas National Guard, all right, and all those who subscribe to the MAGA ideology, all right, which is we can overrun the Capitol and there shouldn't be any consequences. As a matter of fact, if we do overrun the Capitol, we're not criminals, we're hostages, right? That's how they think. And then when they see migrants doing, oh, those are some criminals. You are a bunch of hypocrites, you are a bunch of liars, and you're a bunch of seditionists, treasonous traitors. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving them what they deserve. Another round of booze and shame. I refuse to allow you to do it. It doesn't work with me.
Silence, you MAGA demon!
Silence, you MAGA demons. Okay, what does it say? Why was not one person charged with insurrection? Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people have been charged and convicted in the January? Over 1,300 people. What are you talking about? See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm getting at. See, we got some folks out here that just come onto the app and they don't do their homework. They just start coming out here acting like all of a sudden they got a grievance. You have no grievance. None. Now let's move on to some insurrection talk, all right? They're craving it, right? So you want to talk insurrection with Zeus? Let's go there, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we came to do. Let's talk January 6th, and then I'm going to open up these boxes, and right in here from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box, all right? Many of you know this is exactly my favorite part of the show, to remind MAGA what an insurrection really is. Right, Ange? Right, Angie? Number one, we all know how January 6th started. Listen up, you MAGA demons. Donald Trump knew during the pandemic, you all remember 4 years ago from today, please go look up on the news what was going on in the United States 4 years ago from today. I ran into a MAGA demon yesterday, right, Ange, in your live. They were saying their life was so much better today than it was 4 years ago. This is the claim that they're making. And I said, sir, what were you doing 4 years ago? Oh, I was doing this. Oh, no, you weren't, sir. No, you weren't. There was a pandemic raging through our country, sir. Do you remember the stock market was tanking, sir? Folks were being sent home to work remotely. Businesses were shut down. Children had to go do their homework from home because the schools were closed. And this MAGA demon said, oh, I don't remember that. Liars. You see how they do? They don't remember the truth when it starts to hit them in their face. But I won't let them forget it. And around this same time, their cult leader, Donald Trump, was planting seeds in their minds, all right? Because he knew he was going to lose. How can he get reelected when the economy's crashing and there's a pandemic raging? How can he get reelected? The writing was on the wall. People were quitting all around him. And so he went into panic mode. And you know what he did? He planted some seeds in the minds of his supporters.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
You hear him?
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose.
It's a rigged election. It's the only way we're going to lose. That's the seed that he planted in the minds of his supporters leading up to the November election. All right? And guess what happened? Yeah. All the Dr. Fauci nonsense that he was dealing with, all the arguments that he was getting on Twitter. Remember all of this leading up to the election. Guess what happened? November came, November 3rd, and guess who was the winner? President Biden, right? No, President Biden was the winner that night. And instead of Donald Trump coming out and conceding, like Hillary Clinton did when she lost, Donald Trump decided, you know what? I'm going to put some fertilizer and water on that seed of doubt. All right? that I've planted into the soldiers' minds. Because, you know, Donald Trump, he's the modern day Jefferson Davis of the Confederate Army. And you Trump supporters, you guys are the soldiers, right? So he decided election night to come out and say this to his supporters.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight. And then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh, because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Newt? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory. 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
And that right there was when the seed that he had planted about the election being rigged started to grow, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happened. And so what happened now? You can hear his supporters cheering on. They went from believing that he lost to believing that he won, and now they needed to take up arms to defend this country from Joe Biden. He radicalized these folks, ladies and gentlemen. So guess what Donald Trump decided to do? Because that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. He decided to go to the next level, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'll tell you what he did. All right, this is what he did. Attention, MAGA soldiers, my Confederate Army. I am Donald Trump, your commander-in-chief, and I am angry. I lost to Joe Biden, and I need retribution. I need revenge, and I need to stop Joe Biden from becoming president, but I can't do it without your help. What do you need, sir? That's what his soldiers said. I am going to be hosting an event called Stop the Steal in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. You better be there immediately. Be there. It's going to be wild. This is what he said to his soldiers that day, right? Sell all that you have and send it to me. And so guess what his soldiers did? They did exactly what he told them to do. They all jumped inside of the back of these U-Hauls. They put on their khaki pants. They put on masks, right? You remember it was during the pandemic. They said, we can't wear the mask. The mask makes it hard to breathe. But for some strange reason, they were able to put those masks on and meet Donald Trump, not Nancy Pelosi, not BLM or Antifa or the FBI. They met Donald Trump in Washington, D.C., all right, to engage in what we all know is warfare, right? And on their way there, they were given a pep talk by one of Donald Trump's lieutenants, right?
Everything. If we flood the Capitol building, flood all the government buildings, go inside. These are public buildings. We own them. We own these buildings. Do you understand that? We own the buildings and we pay all the people that work in the building. Finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session for our January 6th objection. We aren't going to let this election be stolen by Joe Biden and the Democrats. President Trump won by a landslide. Call your House reps, call your senators from your states. We've got to make sure they're on board. We already have a lot of people engaged.
Right. So Lieutenant Marge, go ahead, get there, and we're going to storm the Capitol. All right? So now all you need is Donald Trump to send you off to your battle, right? And that's what Donald Trump did. Meet me at the ellipse, all right? And I'm going to give you your next directives, all right? And so that's exactly what happened, ladies and gentlemen. You all know what happened. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You all know exactly what happened. Here we go.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women, and we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Right? So he encourages his soldiers to engage in heinous acts of violence on January 6th. And so after that speech, they began to march towards the Capitol, shouting nasty things like, hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. This is our Capitol. We the people. We must stop Joe Biden. Stop, chanting all of these nasty things. And then there was a scene that took place that I'll always make sure to bring front and center. They ran into one of their own, Ray Epps. Ray Epps was there doing the work of MAGA. And you know what MAGA said? They said, you know what, Ray Epps? We don't believe you're MAGA. And they started chanting, feds, feds, feds. You remember this? So then I said, well, listen, if you thought Ray Epps was feds MAGA, that means you believed he was the FBI. Which means you believe the FBI was there. So if you thought the FBI was there on the Capitol on January 6th, why did you break the law? That's like you're going to go rob a bank. You see the cop cars outside. You see the cops inside the bank. And you said, you know what? What better time than now? Let's go rob the bank. It makes absolutely no sense, MAGA. None. But you know what? Let's proceed. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the crime scene of January 6th, where Donald Trump and his soldiers, Trump told MAGA that day, I'll be right there with you. But MAGA, let's be honest, he never went with you. Another lie. He played you. He played you like a fiddle. All right? And so he goes back to the White House. He gets his Diet Coke, turns on the TV. All right? One of you ends up getting unalived, Ashley Babbitt, and they go in there and they tell him, sir, Ashley Babbitt, I don't care. He didn't care. He was mad that Mike Pence didn't listen to him. That's all he was upset. Sir, your supporters, they're losing. They're going to prison. He didn't care. He didn't care it was a crime scene. And why do you care? I get it. I don't get it. But you know what? While we're at the crime scene, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about one of these traitors. All right, I want to tell you a story about one of the traitors that day that was apprehended and brought to justice. A South Carolina man has been arrested on felony and misdemeanor charges, including for allegedly assaulting law enforcement officers with a deadly, dangerous weapon during the breach at the United States Capitol on January 6th. Is there still someone out there that doesn't believe this is an insurrection? I hope so. I hope there's still a MAGA demon out there that believes this wasn't an insurrection. Right? His actions and the actions of others disrupted a joint session of the United States Congress convened to ascertain and count the electoral votes related to the 2020 presidential election. Justin Daniel Perro, 44, of Charleston, South Carolina, one of those older Confederate states, it never surprises me, right, is charged in a criminal complaint filed in the District of Columbia with 5 felony offenses. All right, so for those of you who don't believe this individual was charged with anything, let me read it off to you, including civil disorder, assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain officers, using a deadly or dangerous weapon, entering and remaining in a restricted building or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon, disorderly or disruptive conduct in a restricted building or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon, and engaging in physical violence in a restricted building or grounds with a deadly or dangerous weapon. This is a MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. This is it right here. In addition to the felonies, he is charged with 2 misdemeanor offenses of disorderly or disruptive conduct in the Capitol grounds or building, and act of physical violence in the Capitol grounds or building. The FBI arrested Pero on Thursday, March 21st, 2024 in Charleston. He will make his initial appearance in the District of South Carolina. According to court documents, he was identified in open source video footage as present among a group of rioters amassed on the West Plaza of the Capitol grounds on January 6th. Here, on the West Plaza, as rioters attacked the police officers using various weapons, Pero observed the scene under the inauguration scaffolding with a black bullhorn in hand. He allegedly used the bullhorn to yell obscenities at police officers in the area and later threw the device in their direction. At around 2:26 p.m., he stepped towards the front of the crowd of rioters and faced off with our law enforcement. Rioters then forcefully attempted to pull the bike rack barriers away from the police officers, and a brawl broke out. Pero allegedly pushed forward towards police, reached his arm at the face of a shield, and forcefully yanked it down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the MAGA demon engaging in an insurrection on January 6th on behalf of Donald J. Trump. And you know what we must do? Since he's been arrested, all right, indicted, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to join me in giving this MAGA demon what he deserves. Another round of boos and shame! Get him out of here! Silence, you MAGA demons. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's send them off the old-fashioned way.
I'd like to begin by addressing the heinous attack on the United States Capitol. Like all Americans, I am outraged by the violence, lawlessness, and mayhem. I immediately deployed the National Guard and federal law enforcement to secure the building and expel the intruders. America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent our country. And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
Wow, wow, wow. You hear that, MAGA? He played you like a fiddle. This is the most embarrassing story that you will ever have to share to anyone you know. How Donald Trump, a man you don't even know, played you like a fiddle. And even to this day, 4 years later, you're still out here, grown men, grown women, defending Donald Trump, knowing he doesn't care about you. Explain, how did we go from it's a rigged election and let's stop the steal to let's go to the Capitol, I'll be there with you, to you don't represent this country at all. He must not think too highly of you folks to play that kind of game with you. Listen, where I'm from, we don't do that to each other. There's going to be consequences and repercussions if you try to do that to me. Oh, no. You're not going to send me up the river, take my money, destroy my family, all right, and then keep making money off of me while I'm sitting in a jail cell? Absolutely not. We're not friends, and I'm not voting for you, all right? And this is why I tell you, Trump supporters, you really are in bad shape. You're really in bad shape, MAGA, because you listen to a guy that paints himself orange every day, right? Puts a bird's nest on his head, puts on a diaper, puts on that crumpled blue suit and that red tie, right? And he gets on his social media platforms and begins to spread lies and tells you what to do next. You're not mad at the Democrats. If you're a Trump supporter and you're upset, And you're one of, and I can hear it sometimes. I go into these lives and they're yelling and they're angry. And I'm like, what is the source of this anger? The source of the anger, ladies and gentlemen, is this. They're angry at their cult leader, Donald Trump. They're very angry with him. But they're too scared. They're too chicken to say anything to him or around any of his followers because they know the moment that they say something, it's all going to be downhill. All those Trump flags that they've bought, all the money they've invested, they're going to realize that they've been played. They look like fools. And it scares them. All Trump supporters are scared. They're scared to tell Donald Trump the truth. They're projecting on social media that they have issues with Democrats. No, you don't. Name one thing you got a problem with the Democrats. Please, MAGA, please. And they've never been able to do it. They come in here, Zeus, I got some information. Well, okay, great. Where'd you get the information from? Don't worry about it, Zeus. Just trust me. Oh, okay. You want me to go with, nope, won't trust you. Oh, Zeus, can we talk about this? Well, I want to talk about that, but listen. Can we agree that Donald Trump is responsible for the attack on the Capitol? Zeus, no, we can't agree on that. But why the heck would I have a serious conversation with you when we can't even agree that the reason every single Trump supporter showed up on January 6th in Washington, D.C. was because of Donald Trump? They didn't show up for the FBI. They didn't show up for Nancy Pelosi and BLM and Antifa. They showed up for Donald Trump. So no, any Trump supporter that I talk to that won't acknowledge that truth, I am done. Conversation over. There's really nothing else left to debate. There really isn't. The facts are on our side. And you MAGA demons know it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up the boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. Listen, this was a special Saturday edition. Normally, I only do my show Monday through Friday, but you know what? Due to technical difficulties yesterday, I wasn't able to upload my show yesterday. So I said, you know what? I got to do another show because I like to have 5 shows a week, all right? And so sorry for making you all go through this, especially those of you who regularly come to the show Monday through Friday. I'm so sorry to put you through this again, but you know what? I appreciate the fact that you were able to stay here. But for you MAGA demons, do me a huge favor, MAGA. All right? Anybody that disagrees with Zeus, do me a huge favor. Don't put FJB in the comment section. Don't blame Democrats or anything. Stop typing. All right, MAGA? Stop typing and do me a huge favor. Come a little close to the camera, all right? Do me a favor, MAGA. Don't type another thing. You need to do this. You need to sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. You just might learn something. All right, let's go. All right. Good morning, Nutty. How are you doing? Happy Saturday.
Good morning. I'm glad you're on since I haven't been able to really get to catch you over the weekdays.
Yes. Yeah.
So you keep pissing people off.
How?
Which is a great thing. No. See, because you there's a little slice in the wound, and then you come by and you sprinkle salt in it, right? You sprinkle the salt in it because what you did this morning was a work of art.
Really? You
told the MAGA demons that, you showed the people, the migrants storming whoever they storm, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And then you held MAGA accountable and said they learned it from you.
Yeah.
They learned it and I never thought about that point, Zeus. Great point, sir.
Yeah.
Great point. They learned it from the MAGA demons. They're like, well, wait. America is supposed to be a nation of law and order, but if the Americans can do this, we can get away with it too.
Yep.
But see, the difference between the migrants, between the migrants and the MAGA demons, unfortunately, can I tell the truth and shame the devil?
Absolutely. That's what we're all about.
Look at their skin color.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why the MAGA demons are all up in arms about the migrants doing it. It's because they didn't have the complexion for the protection.
Wow.
So they did not have that. It is. It's craziness because that's to all the migrants that may be listening.
Yeah.
That's something you're going to have to deal with in this country. Even us Americans that have the color, we don't have the protection. because we don't have the complexion.
Bingo.
That is a hard reality that we live with on a daily basis.
Exactly.
And you have it a little bit worse because you have an accent.
Yep.
And you might speak a different language.
Yeah.
And it's not a European language, and you're not from the mountain of Caucasus.
That part. Tell them, Nutty.
So, with that being said, I say to you, beautiful, beautiful people who only risk your life to come here for a better life,
Correct.
I say to you, be careful who you trust, watch your environment, and Godspeed.
Yep.
I said what I said.
Tell them.
And I'll say it again. I just posted a video this morning, one of those throwbacks that TikTok does. From when you posted years ago.
Yeah.
And I got on here 3 years ago today, and I talked about the very thing. I said, when are we going to label white men as terrorists? Because they've been terrorizing not only this nation but the world for hundreds of years. And one more thing before I go.
Get them, Nutty.
If,
Get them.
If you notice, they want to keep saying Antifa and BLM infiltrated the peaceful protest that we know as January 6th, right? Then out of all the thousands of people, what like 13 to 1,500 people have already been convicted?
Yeah, 13 over 1,300.
Out of all of those people, why haven't we seen one of them being a person of color?
Oh.
Not one of them have we seen.
Oh.
Now, if I'm wrong, please correct me, and I can take correction. But as of what we see,
some might say Enrique Taddeo might be, the Proud Boy dude, right? They might say he fits that.
So what's funny is I would consider him a person of color, but he doesn't consider himself a person of color. So therefore, my point stands where it stands. We have not seen one person of color arrested for the insurrection on January 6th.
Tell them, Nutty. Tell them. And what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you, honestly? Because there's a lot of people that say blacks for Trump and stuff like that. What does that mean to you?
What that means to me, even the black people who do support Donald Trump, they're not dumb enough to take their nasty behinds to that Capitol because they know, once again, they did not have the complexion for the protection.
Bingo!
So they kept their black Trump supporting behinds at home, and they supported their white brothers and sisters because they had the protection, the complexion for the protection.
Wow.
You see how it came about a full circle? It's a full circle.
It's a full circle, and it hurts my head. So these folks, these blacks for Trump, they know they don't got the complexion for the protection.
They know it.
Nasty.
They know it. They know it. But yet, for whatever reason, and this goes to anyone, I don't care what color you are, that believed in, that supported, even from a distance, January 6th, you're nasty, you're disgusting, you are not American, you are not a patriot, and you are the devil, and you're going to hell because you're not going to get your soul right. You're not going to get your soul right because you can't even admit that January 6th was an insurrection.
Bingo.
So the first tenet to repentance is acknowledgement.
Bingo.
So we know you're not going to acknowledge it. But Zeus, thank you for letting me up, sir. I appreciate it. It's great to be back in the kingdom.
Yes, sir. All right, and I'm glad you made it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to my good friend Nutty Professor. No lies detected. Where did my comment section go, ladies and gentlemen? Hold on, I got to relaunch. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when the comments get when I'm cooking up too much truth, the comments disappear, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but don't worry, we are back. All right. Hold on one second. We are back. All right, let's go. All right, I can see the comments. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, like we've been saying, this is a show of force. All right. What we don't want, ladies and gentlemen, is a bunch of folks out here spreading lies and misinformation. All right. Let's go. Jess, how are you doing? The beautiful Jess, how are you doing? Hello, Gina.
Good morning. So Did you guys hear how Marjorie Trader Green wants to oust the Speaker of the House already?
Yes, that came yesterday. You remember this, and it's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, he didn't last very long.
Mm.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But it's unclear if it's gonna like be seen quickly because it's not privileged. But that's funny. They don't want
Yeah.
any bipartisan effort.
Oh.
They don't want to work together as a team. And it's very clear with that right there because Marjorie Taylor Greene's reason was the vote count specifically.
Right.
So not enough Republicans voted the way she wanted or something. And it's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. They're tearing apart their party from the inside out. And it's
Right.
just not going to stop.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't it speak volumes, Jess, that people in the Republican Party in Congress, they're leaving, right? They're leaving. They're
Yeah.
just like, we're done. We can't keep it going. You
Oh,
got,
even George Santos made a crazy post yesterday
Oh.
saying, and he's the biggest liar we know, right?
Oh.
He said he's tired of the Republican Party and he's going to become an independent and run that way.
They're the party that can't govern. They're chasing their tail because they worship Donald Trump, and the American people can see right through this.
Yep.
That-
We sure can.
The party isn't growing; it's shrinking. And do you honestly believe, Jess, that Donald Trump is gaining more support?
No, he's not.
They're after us. Zeus is just in the way. Now that's awesome. I'm gonna need you to send Zeus that. All right, Jess.
I will. But it's true though. It's true. They follow you around. They say that you spread lies and disinformation, but literally, we have all this information at our fingertips.
Yeah.
We can fact check. We can Google everything.
Yeah.
And that guy in Angie's live yesterday,
Oh.
I wanted to tell him 4 years ago. I remember that people were running out of food.
That part.
People couldn't buy diapers.
That part.
People couldn't find toilet paper.
That
And you're
part.
saying we're better off then?
They're liars.
Oh my goodness.
These Trump supporters. Have you ever met an honest Trump supporter, Jess?
Not a one. Not even my father.
Oh, wow. Donald Trump has done a number to these Trump supporters. And you know that show Apprentice, did your father or any of your friends that are Trump supporters, did they watch that show Apprentice?
I think growing up we saw that Trump show, the You're Fired one, that's The Apprentice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it a little bit, but not
And
really.
You know they call that a terrorist training video where I'm from. That's
Sounds
propaganda.
about right.
Yeah. A lot of the MAGA men that are supporting Donald Trump in the prostrate position, right? They were radicalized by that TV series, The Apprentice, because they believed that's what it took to be successful and to have a wife like his. It's an interesting thing.
It really is. And I just saw someone in the comments say something. Great point. These people are pro-lifers, they're forced birthers, and they couldn't keep baby formula on the shelves.
DJ. Right. Isn't that something?
But I did hear my bell, and I appreciate
right.
your Saturday morning show. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. And as always, thank you for having the courage and conviction to be able to get in the box and tell the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Jess a round of applause. All right. Where's that MAGA demon at that wanted to challenge something that I said? See, they don't send Zeus guest requests, ladies and gentlemen. They sit out there and they disagree with me. But when I send them invites and I say, hey, come on up here and explain whatever it is that you've been saying in my comment section, you know what they do? They just zip it. MAGA, you're done. All right, let's bring up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Layla Speaks. Welcome. Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm a New Yorker, so I'm waiting to see which property goes up first.
Oh my God, you're paying attention to this, huh?
Absolutely. He said Thursday he had 500 million in the bank, but he just didn't want to use it. He said on True Social. So Republicans are saying, well, he has the money. Oh, sorry, MAGA. He has the money. He has the money. Then use it. If his appeal is going to win, he's going to get it back, right?
Yeah,
He's a multi-billionaire. Put up or shut up. He works in New York. He should have known the laws in New York. He took advantage of the system. He defrauded banks. There is always a victim. Small business owner.
So wait, Layla. Hold on. You're saying there's victims. Because remember, his supporters, they say there's no victims. Everyone made money. What do you...
There is no such thing as a victimless crime when it comes to banking. There are small business owners that couldn't get loans because they leveraged themselves to Trump under false pretenses. There are people looking for friggin' mortgages to get mortgages, but they leverage themselves to Trump. These are banks that are supported by taxpayers. Like we got defrauded by Trump.
Wow. Like, so you believe there are victims? Because somebody just said BS. Somebody just said BS. One of those MAGA demons. They said BS, Layla.
Absolutely. Okay. If there was no crime, if there was no victim, then all right. Then the small business owners that want to start a business or start a coffee shop and go to that bank and they're like, well, we just gave Trump $100 million. We can't give you what you need. How are they not the victim?
Bingo.
How are the taxpayers that help these banks not victims? Because banks get subsidies from the state of New York. How are we not victims? We pay those taxes.
Wow, you just cooked their MAGA minds. You just cooked them. They exploded. I don't see not one Trump supporter in the comments now saying a thing.
There's one thing. There was the black man that was arrested on January 6th. Black man, tan cap. His name was Mark Ponder. But you know he got the longest sentence, right?
Oh, really?
Yes, he got the longest sentence.
And he deserves it. Absolutely. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Congratulations. And I might say congratulations to Candace Owens for losing your job.
Hey, let's go. Congratulations, Candace, you played yourself.
Nobody wants to hear BLM or terrorists. Nobody wants to hear about how, Juneteenth is nothing but a big ghetto barbecue. Bye-bye, Candace.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye. See you later. We won't accept you on anywhere, no platform. Start your own YouTube channel. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. So, peace and blessings. We don't have money. Come Monday, let's see what happens. But as of Friday business day, he did not put up. And that was the deadline. The man that is every citizen should be treated like every citizen.
Amen.
I'm out. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Layla speak. Let's give her a round of applause. No lies detected. Oh my goodness. You see this, MAGA? This is a show of force. These are millions of people all across the country that come in and tune into this show, and they just tell the truth. We don't gotta coordinate offline, ladies and gentlemen. We just get out here and tell the truth and shame the devil. BMO Finest, greetings. How are you doing, champ? Queen, please. Thank you for the subscription. Long time no see, champion. How are you doing? This is Truth Retribution. I'm all right. Just tending to affairs in the kingdom as usual on a Saturday, right? That's kind of crazy.
Thank you for allowing me up this morning, Juice.
You're welcome.
This situation with our Donald is just really, Donald and Republicans really make no sense to me. Yeah. You would think that by this point, Republicans would have gotten tired of losing. They haven't won anything since 2016, as Itchy always points out. And they continue to keep losing.
Yeah.
How can you back a guy that continuously loses? He's been to court. He lost.
Yeah.
Every election since. Republicans have lost. Republicans, I'm going to make a suggestion, and I'm going to make the simplest analogy I can.
Go for it.
Hey, Zeus, I got a question for you.
Absolutely.
You're the manager of a baseball team.
Right.
You have a pitcher in, and he's walked 8 guys in a row. What do you do?
Take
what
him
do you
out.
do with him, Zeus?
You
take him out of the game.
Gotta go. He's done.
You take him out of the game, and you go with the next one.
Right.
You got a quarterback in a football game, Zeus.
Yeah.
And he throws 4 interceptions. Every time you get the ball, he throws an interception. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm surprised he got to 4, but you know what? You got to take him out.
You got to take him out of the game. Republicans continue to lose and lose and lose. And you know what? At this point, Zeus, I love it. Because they're backing a loser. And when you have a loser as your leader, the people under you are losers too.
Yep.
Marjorie Taylor Greene proves it every day how big of a loser she is.
Bingo.
No legislation. She's always in front of the camera talking nonsense. I don't
Yep.
know how Republicans can even stand it.
No.
I was on my Twitter feed, on my X feed yesterday,
Yeah.
and I saw her post. People are complaining that Russia had an unfair election, and Russia's election was the fairest election ever, re-electing Putin.
She said
Zeus,
that.
what happened? Yes, yes. You know what? And I don't do a lot of political posts on my TikTok page, but
Right.
I'm going to screenshot that
Yeah.
and put a picture of me pointing at it.
Yeah.
Zeus,
Thank you.
what happened to Putin's supporter?
You know.
I mean, the guy that ran against
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin.
what
happened to him?
We know
He was
no longer-
jailed.
Yeah.
Right, he was jailed, and now he's not here anymore.
Right.
How can you even be that ignorant to post something like that? And it's constant. How can this woman be one of the leaders of the Republican Congress?
Right.
It makes no sense to me.
It doesn't.
It makes no sense to me.
She has no track record of success, right? Like you said, every single one of them are losers.
Every last one of them. And I want to end on this.
Talk to
Yesterday
him.
I was in April's live.
Oh, my friend.
And
good morning, RC.
yeah, I was in April's live, and RC Dubs and Barrister were debating with HVAC.
Oh.
You know, HVAC's an idiot. You know, and I had to get up and say this. Mark Twain wrote this years ago.
Right.
Never argue with an idiot. Never argue with an idiot, because all they will do is bring you down to their level,
right,
and beat you with experience. And that's all HVAC ever does.
Oh.
And I wanted to say it while he was in the room, but of course he dropped and ran away before I could get up there.
Oh, HVAC brands himself as the master debater on this app that has debunked liberals every day, and he's doing a good job. That's what I remember about HVAC. You're saying he's not that good at debating?
No, he's horrible. He's horrible. RC Dubs owned him.
Oh.
And so did Barrister. And
Let's go.
Basically talking to himself, Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, basically talking to himself. You know, why waste time debating an idiot? You know, and I don't know. I've never been, in a live with HVAC, but what I can see is everything that he puts up is not even a twist. It's a twist on a lie.
Oh my God, HVAC, get it together, bro.
You know, it's just really ridiculous, Zeus. It's really ridiculous. But look, man, you keep doing what you're doing in your kingdom.
All right,
and come November, it's going to be the biggest blue water wave ever.
They're going to drown, aren't they? They're going to drown, aren't they? Exactly.
4 more years of Biden. We're going to have the House and the Senate. We may have a supermajority, and we're dead even now in the House.
Yeah.
Or they have one vote advantage.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And more are gonna quit because the writing is on the wall in their districts. More MAGA Congress members are going to be resigning. The writing is on the wall.
You know what, Zeus? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
These guys are lifelong Republicans, have given their whole lives to being Republicans. Instead of staying and fighting, they're quitting.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
It doesn't.
They had two opportunities to get rid of. Yeah, 2 opportunities to get rid of Donald Trump. 2 impeachments. And didn't do it. It makes no sense.
Bingo. Tell him.
He's a loser. He is a loser, Zeus.
He really is
a loser.
Right.
Look, man, I appreciate your time, and thanks for having me up in the kingdom, and I will definitely catch you the next time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to BMO Finest. No lies detected. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the writing is on the wall. There's no more hope for MAGA. This was as good as it. Actually, 2016 was as good as it gets for MAGA. All right, Oh, you said Trump. Oh, look at this. We have Freedom in the audience. Freedom. Why do you keep putting Trump 2024? You want to come up and explain yourself, MAGA? I gave you an invite, Freedom. I know you don't want to come up here and defend that nonsense. I know you don't. You're just out there spreading propaganda. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to. Let's bring up our next panelist, Dark Bamba. Good morning, Dark Bamba. Freedom. You're scared. I get it. Yeah.
The United States is independent and free.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell him, Bamba.
So hey, I wanted to ask Mega. You remember when Jared couldn't pass security, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I remember.
Okay, so how do you think Donald Trump's going to get a security pass? Well, I guess if he's president, that's going to happen, right?
Right.
But guess what? Every single country around the world finds him to be a security risk.
Wow.
Our allies can't trust him.
Right.
They can't tell him anything because he's a risk to their foreign security.
Right.
So, also, I want to tell everybody, in 1999, the Russians POW'd their own apartment buildings.
What?
Yes, their own people. And they got busted because they announced one bombing before it actually happened.
Wow.
And the reason they did that was to get the people to fight in the second Chechen war.
Wow.
So expect that to be happening again.
Now, did you hear about this terrorist attack over there? Do you know anything about
it's
that?
horrid. Now they're saying ISIS-K claimed it, and I'm like, what do they want? Because ISIS-K is also the same group,
right,
that took over that memorial service for the guy Trump, took out, the general.
Right.
So there was a massive memorial service, and ISIS-K came and took out about 200 of them.
Wow.
So why are they in Russia? I have no clue what their goal is, and if it's really them. But we warned them.
Yeah.
We warned them, and just like we warned Ukraine, they're really coming.
Yeah.
So that's going to tick Putin off. But we need to start putting a claimer out when you start your lives.
Yeah.
If anybody is a Putin supporter or was born or has a parent born in the Soviet, because they don't care. If your parent was born in the Soviet, they consider you a citizen. If you have a Russian passport, you need to be careful. Do not comment. Because you're looking at prison.
Really?
Yes. Wow.
You mean prison if you go to Russia?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All of us who speak against Russia are now,
What about MAGA? Does MAGA have any opportunity for freedom when they go to Russia? Because there's a lot of Trump supporters, Bamba.
It's really iffy. It's changing so fast. So they just arrested 2 people who worked in a gay bar. They didn't do anything wrong. They were the director and the manager of a gay bar, and they were arrested preventively. They're in jail till May 18th and looking at a 10-year sentence.
Wow.
But Russia just closed 2 huge prisons.
Wow.
Because all the inmates were sent to the front. See, they need to do a mobilization, and they're terrified.
Right.
They're terrified the people go crazy, so they're emptying the prisons. So now, if you get arrested, right? They arrest you, they send you to prison, or they send you to the front.
Wow.
So it's really iffy. You don't want to get caught doing anything bad. The ruble is worth 7 cents American.
Oh.
And you can only take 10 grand. You can't take more than 10 grand when you go. But there's plenty of jobs. Plenty.
Wow. Well, it sounds like that's an offer MAGA can't refuse. Right?
Yeah. So, and they're all laughing at Tucker Carlson over it.
They are?
Think he's an idiot. Yeah. So,
Well,
all right.
that's
I just want to say, that's scary when your
yeah,
president is a threat to other countries. That's
yeah,
pretty darn scary.
yeah. All right.
All
Well,
right.
listen, I
Thank you,
thank you.
buddy. Have a
Uh,
great day.
all right, you too, and thank you for all you do, Bamba, in helping to keep this kingdom clean of the MAGA demon. All right, I really do
Yep.
appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Bamba. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we've been we've got quite the group. Oh my goodness. Yes, Jess, you wanted to come back up quickly?
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say this for retribution and all the Russian puppets out there.
Oh.
Doisev Danya.
Oh.
Ostavlet.
Oh. What does that
Goodbye
mean? Oh.
and leave.
Oh.
For all you puppets.
You understand that, retribution? And all you other MAGA demons.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sorry.
Jess. All right. Thank you, Jess. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist. Oh my goodness. Oh, who do we got? Oh, Takesha. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing?
All right, how you doing, Zeus?
Hey, I'm all right. Just tending to the affairs. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you too. Now, if I go in and out, it's because I'm in the car with my son.
Okay. Fair
But can
enough.
somebody call Candace Owens and let her know that once you go against the black, we never take you back? Stop trying to say positive things about us because we're not studying you. Go on about your business. Keep that same energy you had when you wore your White Lives Matter shirt and when you talked against everything that black people did. I wouldn't care if she blew out that perm and got an afro. She still can't come back.
Oh, not a little bit. She can't come back just a little.
Zeus, she can't even step her toe across the black threshold.
Oh, she done.
We don't want her. We don't want her. Go to Russia. Why do you go somewhere, but don't come here.
Why do you think they let her go on the real? Why do you think they let her go?
Because they got tired of her. They felt like they were finna get sued like Fox did. So before they got sued, they said we can get rid of her.
Oh,
that's what they did. Yeah,
nasty.
It was time. It was funny until it wasn't funny. Yeah,
wow.
That's how it always is. It's always funny until it's not funny.
Wow. So what is the lesson, right, for all those blacks for Trump that are watching? What is the lesson here, if you don't mind?
Regardless to what you do, their color still is attached to you.
Oh!
Fatality.
They got to remember that, Zeus, because I want to piggyback off Nutty.
Oh, God.
Because they keep calling all these, people patriots and stuff, that storm the Capitol.
Yeah.
Had it had been us.
Yeah.
Because we believe Joe Biden was wrongly, the election was stolen from him and we had stormed the Capitol. They would have been saying, now they didn't have to do all that. Now I understand standing up for what you believe in, but storming that, going in there while that building was closed. We want to saw Margaret Taylor Greene come and pray for nobody like she did when she went to that jail and got on her knees, which is her favorite position, and went down there and prayed for them folks. None of that wouldn't have happened, Zeus. They're hypocrites, like you said. They are hypocrites.
Yeah. No lies
detected. And they're going to be hypocrites until the day they die.
Hey, you spot on with that. You are spot on with that. I mean, I think, and this is my theory, imagine Barack Hussein Obama, all right, having BLM storm the Capitol on January 6th. What do you think they would have did?
They would have got rid of him and BLM. They would have erased his name all out the history book.
Wow.
The guy, he was the president at one time and just took that whole page out.
Wow.
He's defiled our Capitol.
Yeah.
That's what
they wouldn't have believed us if we would have said it was the FBI and it was a peaceful protest.
What? We would have been fat black inmates. That's the only FBI we would have
Wow. No lies detected.
Inmates. That's what the FBI would have stood for. No. They wouldn't believe that, Zeus. No. They play too much.
Tell him, Takesha. Tell him. Uh-oh. Well, listen.
But I'm on my way to take Zoe to speech rehearsal. So
all right.
I'll redo the song Monday because I don't have my tablet with me.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. And thank you for all you do. And you and Zoe have a great one out there. All right.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Takesha. No lies detected. Freedom. You got any evidence to back up that claim? Listen, look at Freedom, ladies and gentlemen. What did this knucklehead say? Trump may get 80% of the black vote this time. Freedom, I sent you a guest request. Please come on up and share the screenshot that you got that information from, Freedom. Please, Freedom, I sent you a guest request. All right? Because, see, that was one of the most outlandish... Shay, right? That was outlandish. Freedom, listen. Every thought that pops into your head ain't yours. I'm going to be honest with you, Freedom. Sometimes you got to check those thoughts. But if you have the screenshot, Freedom, please, I would love to stand corrected. I would. Yeah, I sent him a request. Every single one of these Trump supporters that are out here disagreeing with me, I sent them guest requests, and they go, oh, heck no, we're too scared. Thank you for the, thank you, lady. Yes. Patrice, good morning. How are you doing? Happy Saturday.
I'm not going to take that long. I just feel like I did my constitutional duty this morning.
Let's do it.
Louisiana Democratic primary was today.
Oh, really?
I went did my vote for Biden-Harris.
Let's go.
Make the MAGA cry.
Yeah.
Anybody from Louisiana that's on here, please go vote before 8 o'clock. Tonight.
Please go vote in Louisiana and vote blue, please, if you're out there listening. Or if you're in any other state and they're doing some voting. Go and vote blue. Do not vote to have MAGA in government, okay? Get them out. Seriously.
Nope.
They're trying to cut your Social Security, your Medicare. They don't care about you. The only thing MAGA wants you to do is to send them money so that they can forward it to Donald Trump. That's it. That's their campaign.
No, that's the RNC goal to it. Now that he took over the RNC, they're not going to have money for anybody else.
Yeah.
It's going to be all Democratic Congress.
Yeah.
They're not going to have money to fund anybody else.
Yeah.
They're going to be paying for Donald Trump stuff.
Tell them.
So I said, let me get on here and at least make a public announcement.
PSA.
Please go vote in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Vote blue.
Yeah. Vote blue. All right. Tell them again, Patrice. All right.
Go and vote blue. You got till 8 o'clock tonight.
Let's go. Yeah, and MAGA, you don't go vote. Just sit this one out, all right? Let's just be honest, right? They should just sit it out. There's no voting going on, please.
No, no.
There's no voting, right? Hey, tell them, their vote doesn't count like your your leader says, right?
No, it don't count. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Right? Tell them, Patrice.
He'll probably tell them to go vote for Joe Biden.
Yeah. If you vote for Joe Biden, it's pretty much a vote for Donald Trump, MAGA. Seriously. Right? Now, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're just throwing away your vote. I'm going to be honest with you because there's just no way he's going to win. Let's just be honest. There's no way he could win. So anybody that votes for Donald Trump, I just want to let you know. Oh, you too, Fruit Ninja? I don't know why you did it. You must have been feeling a little, I don't know. These people are ridiculous this morning,
exactly.
Right? Wow. I didn't know there were so many traitors out here this morning. All right. Well, listen, Patrice, thank you so much.
Okay,
all right,
thank you for having me up. Okay, thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Patrice. All right, getting the message out there. Vote blue. All right, and do the right thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist. Oh, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my gosh. Who do we got next? Blacklight. Good morning, brother. How you doing? How are you doing? Blacklight, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, hey, you bought me. How do when a comic comes on, and the one before him was so good, so you bought me in after. What's that lady before the lady?
Jessica.
Yeah. The one that was saying she was taking her son to speech or something.
Oh, Takesha,
To
Takesha.
Keisha, that's what I'm saying. Like you brought me in after her, so now it's like I done lost all my flame, bro. But anyway, I want to say something serious. I'm seriously worried about this country at this point.
Okay,
You know,
talk to me.
I see it's a danger, and that for most of my life, we always had threats. But this seemed like after this election, I just don't see MAGA taking a loss and accepting it
Right.
without trying to destroy this country. I actually hear Americans supporting Russia in Putin, and that's like what?
Yeah.
Like that would have never happened in the '80s or even the '90s. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and then I hear some of these black brothers saying that they want to support Trump because of Trump and how Trump is whatever they're saying. But I was on a live and this black guy was saying how Trump is. I mean, not Trump, but how the Democrat Party is keeping uh, the black population on food stamps
Wow.
and
Wow.
unemployed. So I started asking questions like, bro, those food stamps that fed you, that health care that your mom got from WIC and all that fed you and you became a grown man and now you want to say, hey, we need to get rid of it because it's keeping us on the plantation, but yet when your mother needed it, it was there for her.
Right.
You know, even they had dental care. Half of us wouldn't even have teeth now if it wasn't for
Tell them.
the Medicaid.
Right.
So it's like all of a sudden now they want to turn their back on the people who got them to where they're at. I mean, the party that got them to the point where they're at in their lives. Now they want to turn their back on it.
Yeah.
It may not make any sense, because I'm not really good at this.
Right. You're
But anyway,
good. You're good. You're good. I mean, I've been having conversations with a lot of, folks, in our community. And I'm at the point now where I have to help them understand Russia has done a number on you.
yes,
All you blacks for Trump out there, you Latins for Trump. Russia has done a number on your minds.
yes,
They have sought out all these places on the internet where you hang out, and they know they're appealing to this emotional, need that they got, right?
yes,
They talk these pro-black things, they say these pro-black things, but underneath all of that is this undercurrent of misinformation that
yes,
is designed to actually, make them have less trust
yes.
towards the government. And that's where this is coming from. A lot of people don't trust the government, and as there's things that have gone on in our country and our
I
government
agree.
that I agree should cause you to have questions, but it's being exacerbated in a way, right? Because they're actually amplifying it and making that trust to be bringing the trust level so low that now they don't even know what to believe.
Yes. And something else that I noticed is that when Barack Obama was the first black president, I mean, we celebrated that. On both sides of the aisle, we sort of celebrated that America is accepting and anyone who work hard can become president. Now that we have a a, a female and a black vice president of the United States, we don't celebrate that.
Nope.
As we more condemn her for her hard work to get to where she's at to be the vice president of the United States.
Wow. Wow.
We condemn that now. Like,
Ain't
hey,
that something?
yeah, it's totally like let's celebrate that. Even if she'd have been a Republican, which I'm so glad she's not. But I would have celebrated the fact that this country is changing and now we're able to vote even a black woman into office.
Yeah.
So to me, we missed the fact of celebrating that and the fact of having the first black woman on the Supreme Court.
Right. Straightforward thinking.
Yeah, we're too busy listening to the other side of all the negative that they're throwing out for us to take a moment and just celebrate the fact that this nation is changing.
Yep.
You know?
They don't want to deal with what you just
Yeah.
described, right? The nation is changing.
Yeah.
and it's for the better, and they can't stand it.
Yeah, and even whenever we have a female president, I'm going to celebrate that. Even if it's a Republican, I'm going to celebrate the fact that this nation is able to change,
Yeah.
and and we're not stuck into the past. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
All right, brother.
And you have a good one. And I watch. A lot of times I come on and just listen to you live. I don't go live with you. I just be in the background listening.
Yeah.
Because you have a real good live, and I like to get on there and just listen sometimes.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate that, and I thank you for doing all that you've done, even if you're just listening. All right, and using the information that we're sharing to like help inform other people, right? Because to be quite honest, it is alarming, and it is a bit of a scary thing to know there's people out here who really do believe the Russian disinformation and misinformation. It's really interesting, right?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
It's crazy. All right, my man.
All right.
Thank you so much for having me up.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Blacklight a round of applause. No lies detected. All right. We only got a couple of more, and we can get up out of here. All right. I see you, Queen Flea. Good morning. Who do we have here? Big Mike's. Good morning. How are you doing? This is our first time doing business, Big Mike's? Oh my goodness. Well, it looks like Big Mike might be having some technical difficulties. Does anyone know who this guy is? Big Mike, are you there? Going once, going twice. Big Mike, good morning. How are you? Jesus Christ, he's having all kinds of connectivity issues. Big Mike, I'm gonna have to drop you, champ. All right. For some strange reason, I'm getting some weird vibes. All right, so I'm gonna send. You can send another guest request, Big Mike. All right, but. Let's move it along. He's muted. Yeah, I don't think Big Mike knows how to use TikTok. All right. Good morning, Queen Flea. How are you doing? Big Mike, send another guest request. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right.
I do want to speak on the repo of of Donald Trump's empire.
Let's go.
Isn't it the cultural, I don't know what they would call it, but you know how the Vikings were buried with their ships?
Yes, I remember I don't know too much about Viking history.
Me neither.
All right.
Me neither, but my English heritage, I did find out, I traveled all around England with my sister.
Oh. Okay,
yeah, and nice. My kids, and we were, she lives there. So, anyways, Trump should be buried with his jet, his plane, the Trump one.
You think so?
Suitable.
Really? That thing?
Really suitable.
Yeah. My God.
For all his hubris.
Yeah.
His, it'd be a suitable.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be beautiful? It would be beautiful. It would.
I mean, that to me, that's almost like doing what the pharaohs did with the pyramids and things like that. I don't know if he's we got to take the plane. Don't you think we should take the plane and burn it or something, or maybe turn it into a museum or something like that?
Who's flying in that thing?
I wouldn't. I'd be afraid to even. I don't even want to know what that thing is like inside.
Yeah, so this is something different than the Vikings, I guess, because it's the English. Yeah, the English did have their ships buried with them over by Glastonbury and Salisbury.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I know. But I have been working the Facebook streets.
Oh.
I hate Facebook so bad.
Right.
But I've been working the Facebook streets. The reason why I love TikTok so much.
Right.
Yeah, I've been working with all these MAGA demons.
Oh my God. Isn't it pretty nasty over there on Facebook? They believe all of the Russian misinformation and disinformation over there on Facebook. At least last time I checked.
Well, I can't believe the tripe that they're sending out as like, oh, Donald Trump, who is this man that was born in Queens, New York, and June of 1946, and this
Wow.
really weird, narratives of just trite and cliche and trite and all this. Yeah.
It's okay. Well, you know, the thing is they're afraid to come out of that bubble that they're in, right? And so the thing is, I look forward to these MAGA demons leaving Facebook and X and coming over here to TikTok, because we can strike down all conspiracy theories in real time. All right. And if you haven't noticed this, Queen Flea, ever since, you know, these Republicans have been fleeing Congress, you can go into these lives out here on TikTok too. They have nothing else to debate or talk about. They're miserable. A lot of these folks are sick right now. They're sick right now because they have nothing to say that, look at this, we're doing a good job. They have nothing.
They're blocking me. They're blocking me, and you know, they want, and I just say, please read Project 2025.
Yeah.
But you know, my MAGA demon relative. Yeah. Said, "Oh, I read that. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I read that, and I'm all for it. I'm all for it."
Yeah. Wow. They said if they read it and they don't get to the same conclusion, then that tells you that they have a comprehension issue, if you know what I mean.
And I believe that to be very true, but this guy's got a history degree, so it really,
Where did he get a history degree from? Trump University? It doesn't count. It doesn't count. Come on. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. You get it from Snuggles University? Come on now.
I'm going to say that he got his degree before diversity was.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, you know, if they, you know, there's that guy. What was his name? Peter Navarro. Doesn't he have a degree? Peter Navarro, doesn't he have a degree?
God.
And where is he at right now? In prison. These folks don't know how to use their degree. They've sold their souls to Donald Trump, and after that, there's really nothing else. Yeah, there's nothing
I
else
just
left.
don't get it. Like you said, you know, he doesn't have any worthy value. He's not even attractive.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And these people giving all their money to him. But you know, I do admit I went on the Joe Biden Harris website for merch, and I ordered that big Joe Biden Dark Brandon head for the lawn.
Yeah. Wow.
But I'm afraid, Zeus, I'm totally afraid to put it out because I don't want it to get shot or egged, you know, in my neighborhood.
And that's a sad thing, right? You can't even, you know, buy this merchandise from Joe Biden without that fear or concern, right? But yet and still, these folks decorate their pickup trucks, they decorate their lawns, they wear all this Trump paraphernalia.
It makes me so mad, you know, because none of it's made in USA.
Disgusting.
You know, it is. But the Trump, the Biden Harris stuff is made in USA, union shops.
Nice.
It has a union bug.
Nice.
That's my big thing. Buy made in USA. Do your best to buy made in USA. You can go to Big Lots and find stuff made in USA, believe it or not.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
So
well,
yes.
Well, listen, Queen Fleet, thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna have to move on, but keep
have a
up the
great
good
weekend.
fight out there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Queen Flea. All right, keep up the good work. All right. Thank you, Zena.
Biden Harris forever.
All right, Biden Harris forever, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Queen Flea. All right, thank you so much, Queen Flea. All right, let's move it along. Who do we got next? The beautiful Shay.
Hey, my friend.
Hey, how are you going? How's it going?
I'm good. I wasn't going to come up this morning, but, you know, we got...
I wasn't either. Think about that, right?
I mean, right?
Yeah.
So, but, you know, you see these idiots, you know, conservative Democrat and retribution commenting in the comments. And so I'm just like, you know, it's astonishing to me that they're so far, their heads are so far up Trump's butt that they can't see that he's losing tremendously.
Wow.
Like, you look at the stats between 2016 and even 2020, everyone is pointing out the fact that Trump's support is dwindling within his own base. He's not gaining any other people over. He's not growing the base at all.
Nope.
That's an absolute fact. The GOP conference is completely in shambles. And the reason for that is because he spent 4 years while he was president saying, if you don't back me, if you don't support me, you are a rhino. You're a rhino, right?
Yeah.
So for 4 years while he was president, the conference was breaking down. So when they finally have a chance to have a majority, a very minor majority, they're completely falling apart. Absolutely. Because they spent so many years of sitting here going, well, I'm not a rhino. I'm just, I'm here to do what my constituents want me to do. So you have GOP after GOP congressmen sitting there attacking their own party at the moment because they're like, we're not getting anything done.
Right.
We're getting nothing done. And that's why they're leaving. I have never seen. I was debating with one of our friends. I don't know who they are. But it's they're new to politics, and so I was trying to explain to them. I've never seen this. I've never seen where elected officials are just leaving to leave.
Right.
Not because they're sick or not because they have family issues. That's happened before. But literally just leaving because it's a crap show in the Republican conference. They can't get anything done. They're being attacked if they don't vote this way.
Cut it out, Blazing Glory. Cut it out.
Can't keep a speaker. I mean, it is completely in shambles. And so, riddle me this. So smart and intelligent retribution.
Get him, Shay. He's not that brilliant. He says he works for NASA. He says he's a rocket scientist, right? I mean, these are some weird people.
One of those little mini rockets that you can put a little booster in and shoot it up like, I don't know, 50 feet in the air. One of those my 4-year-old can do.
You got a heck of an imagination, Retribution.
Just a little bit. But yeah, riddle me this. So how is it that Trump lost 20% of the vote in Florida? Arizona? Ohio? Iowa? I could keep reading all these red states.
It's a rigged system. That's the only way they're going to lose.
Right. To a woman that's not even in the race anymore.
Has he said that it's rigged because Nikki Haley keeps beating him like this? Has he said that yet?
I'm sure he has. But I have never. He lost 300,000 votes. You know he only won Florida by 500,000? In 2020. Same in Texas.
Wow.
But yet you got almost 300,000 votes going to not a Trump. Yeah. I just think the math isn't mathing. In fact, he has no campaigning on his schedule.
None. He can't afford it. He can't afford it. That's what I heard. He can't afford to campaign, so he's going to be releasing more videos on Truth Social instead.
Yeah, because that'll work. More grifting. Problem is the RNC is broke, so how are you going to get money for the down ballot races, right? Because why? Because Trump has been grifting.
No, Eastman, we don't see crowds, Eastman. Sorry.
No, Eastman, there's no crowds. There's no crowds. Not like he used to. I've told y'all this several times when supposedly he was, so popular.
When he was hot, right? They saw he was hot.
Houston, Texas, he didn't take out the Toyota Center or any of our amazing arenas here. He went out to a cow pasture. So explain that to me, how that's popular.
What's the overhead on a cow pasture, Say? Come on, let's go, He thinks his supporters are a bunch of cattle. Isn't that something? Wow.
He absolutely thinks they're cattle because they're brainless. They're just like walking along. We're going to get you inside. Let's go. Get you up, line you up for vaccinations and milk you and everything we can. Let's go. We're going to milk you. Let's go.
There's no way, Shay, that I would let Donald Trump lead me to a pasture. Absolutely not. I would come if I were in a cult. I would come out of that fog the moment I seen myself out there, out there in the country. And what the heck is this? A pasture? Oh heck no! I'm not going to be a part of
Oh,
this.
and it was raining and muddy, and I mean, they're still out there slopping around in the mud, just like, oh, we're here for our Lord and Savior.
Nasty.
Yeah. I mean, the numbers are telling, guys. I mean, people are done. I mean, it's just not enough. Are there a lot left? Sure, but not enough to win a national election, and that's a fact.
Tell them, Shay. Wow, you hear this, MAGA?
Yeah,
There's no hope. There's no hope, MAGA. It's really over. All right, Shay just put the nail in the coffin. All right.
It's not looking good. Not looking good. And any of the votes for RFK Jr. are going to go from Trump to him because he's an anti-vaxxer. So.
And where are Nikki Haley's votes going?
Support. Did you see the Kennedy family with Biden in the White House on St. Patrick's Day?
I did. So I saw that.
The entire Kennedy family. Yeah.
No, we're not going to eat our words, Iceman. You will.
No, Iceman. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's just sad. But anyway, okay. I just wanted to get up and hopefully inform them that, so that they're not crying in November.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on within their own and we've always said it. Itchy's always said it. Donald Trump is going to destroy the Republican Party, and that's exactly what he's done. Exactly.
Bingo.
Good luck. It takes a long time to build a new political party. A long time.
Yeah, it's over, MAGA.
Yeah.
Tell them, Shay. Well, listen, I thank you so much. All
right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday and weekend, everybody.
We will and we shall, and you two stay safe out there in those TikTok streets, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Shay.
Bye.
No lies detected. Oh, look who's back, ladies and gentlemen. Our good friend, Jimmy. Jimmy, good luck. All right, you're not doing so good. I mean, have you seen Snuggles lately, Jimmy? He's not looking so good. Good morning, RC Dubs. How are you doing, my good friend?
Good morning. I've been up since 1 a.m. because I had to bring my wife to work at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
So I actually really need a nap before I go pick her up at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
If Retribution or Conservative Democrat want to try to take me while I'm a little bit sleepy, maybe now's the time. So if you guys want to stop chirping in the cheap seats, I can go live and we can do this right now. It'll take about 2 minutes each. Each of you will lose in about 2 minutes because you will lie to me in less than 2 minutes. I will ask you math questions about Trump and you will lie to me. It'll be over. As soon as you lie to me for Trump, you lose. You know what? As soon as you decide to debate me and defend Trump, you've already lost. So don't even come at me with this nonsense, okay? Try to debate me right now or leave me alone forever and keep my name out of your out of your mouth.
Oh, y'all gotta keep it clean. Wow.
So Retribution, Conservative Democrat, do it right now as I go live when Zeus is done. Or shut up.
Please shut it up.
I'm really tired of seeing them chirping in the cheap seats when they've had opportunities. The last time I talked to Retribution in your live, he couldn't even acknowledge the Bureau of Labor Statistics is real. Now, if he does that again, he's going to lose again. If you can't acknowledge economic data, you've lost. If you can't acknowledge Trump lost the election, you've lost. And those two basic things are a litmus test.
Retribution wants you right now. RC, should I bring him up? He said he's ready to talk.
Go ahead, bring him up if you're willing to have it. Sure.
Yeah. Let's get this out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Retribution and RC Dubs. Let's go.
Okay, Retribution. Again, do you know what the Bureau of Labor Statistics is? Have you figured that out since I last asked you about it?
I never said I didn't know what it was, kiddo.
Okay, so can you look it up to compare the job creation numbers between 2014 to 2019 and tell me which president did better over 3 years?
What's your sister's name?
I don't have a sister. Prove I have a sister and I'll delete my account.
I just want to know. I'm
Prove I have a sister and I'll delete my account. Hey,
come on.
You're losing. Did you know you just lost by bringing up a conspiracy theory?
How's your book sales doing?
Did you know
Retribution. Hold on.
Did you know that Lumberjack made that up because he couldn't debate me any better than you can? I don't have a sister. Prove I do and I'll delete my account.
RC, I muted him. We're not doing personal, Retribution. Either you have evidence or you don't. Which one is it, Retribution? We're not here to play games. We're adults here, Retribution. Stay on topic. Keep people's family members off, you MAGA demon.
And I'm an only child.
and we know Retribution peddles Russian disinformation.
Actually,
he probably works with Rudy Giuliani.
What he's doing is pushing a conspiracy theory made up by Lumberjack, because I schooled Lumberjack so badly in an economic debate that he had to turn to personal destruction, politics of personal destruction. Are you a QAnon member too, Retribution? Are you that lame?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure.
Dude, you're so lame. It's so easy to beat you.
Let's meet up, dude. Let's
Retribution.
I'm supposed to fly around the country beating up Trump supporters who can't beat me intellectually. Do you want to fight me because you can't beat me? You can't beat my brain, so you need to beat me up? Is that
Sign my book, dude? I bought your
Retribution.
book. Come on,
do you generally threaten people you're sure that you can beat up? That makes you the pussy.
Oh, poor kid.
So Retribution.
You're a sad little man.
You got a dad body, kid.
You if we ever got in the ring, so you don't want to go there. I'm not interested in fighting. I'm not doing anything but fighting you intellectually, and I'm going to destroy you.
You're nothing more.
If I ever fought you physically, it would be in the Second Civil War, and I would fucking destroy you then too.
Oh my goodness!
You're nothing more than an influencer. You can't even.
Retribution, dude.
3. All right, I'm going to drop it in 3. Unless Retribution has any solid facts or credibility to back up any of the stuff he was talking about in the comments, the unanimous decision is going to be that RC Dubs won. So 3, we're gonna give you 3 seconds, Retribution, to produce a green screen to back up whatever it is you were talking. Do you have a green screen?
What are you even talking about, Retribution? What are you ever even talking about?
What are you ever?
3.
Economic data that you can't refute.
2.
You didn't even watch my video. You didn't even watch my video.
Retribution, you are a useless, worthless waste of time.
Retribution.
More than a dozen.
Retribution, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody should listen to your voice.
Retribution. Shame on Retribution.
I'm sorry for cursing.
No, you're fine. Retribution lost. He lost. You mopped the floor with him, RC Dub. How do you feel? You're the champion today.
Well, I wish I could say I was surprised, but none of them can present an actual challenge. And that's what's disappointing. I can't find somebody who's willing to actually have an intellectually honest conversation on the Trump supporting side, because they are all hypocritical liars.
Bingo.
Every last one of them.
Bingo. And I'm a fair host. You see that, right? I gave them the opportunity. Retribution just never produced any information to refute what you were saying, RC Dubs. I appreciate that. And as far as I'm concerned, you said you could do it in under 2 minutes. I think you did it in like 10 seconds, to be quite honest. because the moment he started to pivot and talk about those off the focus things, he lost.
Yeah.
Retribution. Next time your mind just wants to start going to those off the focus tactics, just say, you know what, RC, you won. All right?
That's pretty much it. Thank you, bro.
All right, you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to RC Dubs, who just crushed another MAGA demon right here in front of all of you. Let that be a lesson, MAGA. Listen, if you're going to bring up anything and try to say we're lying, and you can't get in the box and actually show proof under 3 seconds, we really don't want to hear it. We're not gonna go on a little Disney ride with you down memory lane and take a left and go right here, jump off, pay the extra fee. We're not doing that with you, MAGA. Bring the information or remain silent. Jesus Christ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, but listen. All right, there he is. All right, we got a couple of more, then we're out of here. That was an interesting conversation. Thank you, RC, once again. Red Crown, greetings. How are you doing, champion? How are you doing? Red Crown, are you there? I think this is Red Crown. Is this your new account or is this a backup? Which one is it? Red Crown, are you there? Going once. Going twice.
Hey.
Oh, all right. Hey, are you there, Red Crown?
I'm here.
All right. We can hear you. All right. I'm just another day in the kingdom, tending to the affairs. All right. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing peachy keen.
Nice. All right. Well, what brings you to this show this bright and early on a Saturday, right? It's pretty unique. I'm out here on a Saturday.
Well, I know. It was unusual. I was glad to see you.
You too.
I was just thinking, have any of these Trump lawyers unalived themselves or anything yet?
I can't say that I've heard that lately. Have you heard anything?
I'm just saying, and TikTok, this is just theoretical, talk, okay?
Yeah.
But when they're arguing that their client is broke as hell
Yeah.
and can't afford to pay his penalty,
Right.
but then that said person comes out and says, I've got that much money and more in cash.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, damn. To be quiet about it.
Do you think he has the money?
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. He's just a buffoon. He has to be. That's it. That's all he.
Oh, where did you go, Red Crown? Where did you go? Red Crown.
I'm back. I'm back.
All right. Are you there? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right.
These damn iPhones, these side buttons, just
you accidentally swiped out possibly.
Well, I hit that little, like I was going to talk to Siri or something.
Oh, okay.
Gives you the little flashing world down there or whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyway, excuse me, got a little choked up. I'm so emotional. But anyway, these politicians. I understand we lost another Republican lawmakers. She's a female. She's walking out, leaving the Congress.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, hallelujah, hallelujah.
No. Yeah.
But,
do you think they should just give the speakership to Hakeem Jeffries at this point?
Well, that would be the smart thing to do.
I agree.
That would be the smart thing to do, but Republicans, they very seldom do the smart thing.
Nope.
So I think that's eventually going to be, he's going to be the speaker. Because these guys and girls, I say guys and girls because they're not men and women.
Yeah.
Are totally rudderless. Hello.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh! I thought that was my phone. I'm sorry.
No. That was me. That was over here.
Okay, man. Hey, Zeus, I love you, man. Anyway, vote blue. Remember.
Oh, what the heck is that? Oh. Sorry.
Remember this. We need these small elections are as important as the big elections. You got to get the right people in there. Right people, not Republican, not Democrat.
Yeah.
But people that will do the job above and beyond party lines.
Exactly.
For America, for the people, for America and for the people first.
Tell them,
All
Red.
right, buddy.
All right.
Man. You take care.
All right, you too.
Hey, can I do one small public service announcement?
Absolutely.
I'm serious.
Talk
and about next Friday, this is tentative, but next Friday and possibly Saturday, I'm going to be hosting a Uvalde Rob school parent on my live.
Okay.
And they're going to be discussing some of the things that are going on in Uvalde, Texas. But anyway, if you could possibly join that panel with me, I would love it.
All right. Well, send me the invite, my brother. All right.
I will do that. And like I said, hopefully we can kind of get this some light shining on this problem we're having over there.
All right.
All right, man. I appreciate you. You take care.
All right. I appreciate you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Red Crown. No lies detected. Send me the invite, brother. All right. I'd be more than happy to try to show some support. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move it along. All right. Oops. Here we go. Who do we got? All right. There we go. Equal vote. Good morning. How are you?
Zeus, good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Hey, I couldn't help but notice you talked about how the Trump fans sold their soul. I think I might have told you this, but I've already sold my soul.
Top. Where'd you sell
to
it?
the devil for in exchange for Trump's demise.
Oh.
so everybody's, it's going to be okay. I can't say what's going to happen when, but it will be soon.
Yeah.
Thanks to my soul. And I have a quick message for all of the Trump and conservative fans out there. Keep Joe Biden's name out your effing mouth.
Hey, let's go.
Christians.
Thank you. They really do need to. All right. Are you there?
Have a great day, Zeus. I'm good, sir. Have a great
All right.
day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give equal vote a round of applause. He sold his soul in order to get Donald Trump. All right. We needed that, and that was a great deal. Whatever you did, it was a great deal, my friend. I really do appreciate it. All right. All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, who do we got now? We got a MAGA demon alert, ladies and gentlemen. A MAGA demon alert. Yes. This is the leader of the Snuggles camp. The Snuggles
your guests are quite boring, because we're winning.
Yeah. Is that what you think?
I've stitched all your videos successfully. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, we do have zero convictions, right?
You know how this goes, Snuggles, right? You know
Right,
how this
right.
goes.
Yeah.
First
Zero
of all,
convictions.
And how many trials have he? How many times has he been to court yet?
I mean,
How many
you guys
times?
are not doing. Your lawyers are not doing too good. I don't know. They're
Okay,
sleeping with
so
everybody.
how much money does Donald Trump currently owe New York, Snuggles? Since you're on the
wait
zero.
for the appeal. Wait for the appeal.
No. Answer the
I have
question.
I have nothing to
Answer
worry
the
about.
question. Have you sent Donald Trump any money this month?
Have I sent him any money? No,
Yeah.
I accidentally donated to the Biden Victory Fund. You guys don't talk about that because Biden's desperate for a vote too, isn't he? You guys ignore that fact. It's okay.
Okay. So let me get
Hypocrites.
this straight.
We call that hypocrite.
So you think you're winning, huh?
Democrats, get those D-pads ready.
Struggle pancakes, struggle honey buns, struggle in the weight. Yeah, he's a struggler.
Snuggles, you're a struggler, bro. You're disgusting and disturbing. Every time I let you get up in the box and speak, you always spread lies and misinformation. You should be ashamed of yourself, bro. As old as you are, I believe you're older than me. You believe in the most ridiculous conspiracy still. Haven't you learned anything yet at your age? You ought to be embarrassed. You got that degree from Trump University, and you're out here on TikTok selling Snuggle University to all of these MAGA demons. Don't you have any sense of decency left in your body? Have you no shame? Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Snuggles what he deserves. A round of boos and shame. And we're going to give it to Snuggles on behalf of all the MAGA demons in this live today. You make me sick. Get him out of here.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap up this special broadcast because Zeus has other affairs to tend to. All right? As you can see, once again, there's not a Trump supporter out there that has been able to produce any evidence. It's all emotion. It's all rage. From retribution to Snuggles. They have no facts. Their anger comes from the fact that they cannot tell Donald Trump to stop. And that, I mean, when I say stop, I'm talking about they can't tell Donald Trump to stop sending them emails and text messages demanding money. They can't stop Donald Trump from telling them to commit crimes. This is some sick stuff you all are on. All right. And I have no problem giving you what you deserve. The ultimate MAGA reward. What's the ultimate MAGA reward? Jail. And if you don't get your soul right, hell, with a chapter 11 in between. Snuggles, I'm happy to know you can't buy any eggs. Retribution, I'm happy to know you can't put any gas in your car. I'm happy to know that you're going to have to go all day long and maybe you only get 500 calories, possibly from some leftovers that you had yesterday because you can't afford to buy any groceries. That makes me happy. Because when I ask you simple questions, were you better off 4 years ago than you were today? You'll lie to me and say, yes, I was better off 4 years ago, Zeus. When we all know 4 years ago you were trying to get toilet paper. You couldn't find any because it was all sold out. You couldn't go anywhere because of the pandemic, right? You had to work from home with your children, and you're going to sit out here on TikTok and spread a lie and act like it was all a good time. Like you do when you talk about January 6th, you say it was a peaceful protest. You're a bunch of liars. And this is sad. Ladies and gentlemen, my plane has officially landed, all right? And before we get up out of here, first of all, you all deserve a round of applause. To my subscribers, to my gifters, to the moderators, and to the panelists, thank you. And once again, one last round of booze and shame for the Zeus haters, right? For our haters, for our critics, and our detractors, those who continue to dwell in lies and delusion, who continue to peddle disinformation and misinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. You are a disgrace to this country. You are not hostages. You are criminals. Let's give them what they deserve. Our last round of booze and shame. Get them out of here. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am the most handsome. You know that. Mr. Incognito.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
Yes.
This is how I stay.
Little Hawk, thank you. I like to act a fool. MAGA, y'all might want to just sit down and relax today. You don't have anything to really be proud of. Think about it. Members of Congress are leaving. Donald Trump has been indicted. Snuggles, you're not winning. Snuggles, I've gone to your lives, bro. They're getting real dry. No one believes you. Mark Brown. Nope. Mark Brown, I got some bad news for you, champ. I got some bad news. Oh, we hit our goal! Yes, let's go, Hakeem Jeffries. RC Dub. You did an excellent crushing retribution. All right, listen, I appreciate the fact that you did that. He's licking his wounds, and he's not a rocket scientist at all. He does not work for NASA. He lives at home with his grandma in their basement, and he plays with Legos all day. Trust me, I know this. Woo! And Lisa, wow. Yeah, Lady Reba, IT lady. And you know, retribution. How much did Snuggles charge you for that degree that you got? That BS degree, right? It's a BS degree. How much did Snuggles charge you? I can give you the same degree for half the price. All right? All you got to do is send me a universe. It's half the price. Trust me. All right, Redhead. Thank you. Grumpy Month. All right, Queen Fleet. Thank you. Rosa. Good morning. Nice to see you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Reggie, I see you. Idaho gal. Keep up the great work. And I saw that, and you always do that. You're so kind, DJ. My man, I hope you're going live in the Red Room tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow my friend DJ. That's where we hang out after hours, all right? Thank you, Reggie. Let's see. Lady Rima, let's go. Shay, thank you so much. Swervin', I saw you, brother. Good day, Dan. All right. Felicia. All right. Love you too. All right. Yeah. We got Wakanda in there. Who else is in there? Takesha's over there. Miss Boss Steve. All right. Straight back. Shout out to Union Dick. All right.
I just want to buy 11,700
That's to get you a RICO investigation, all right? Right? Now, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Reggie! Are you there, Reggie? You know what we gotta do, my brother? Let's go ahead and hit it with the Jack Smith remix.
He's deranged.
Hey!
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Hey.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Hey.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Hey.
Jack Smith.
Hey.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Wow.
And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater.
Oh, and his wife. Listen, we're all Trump haters over here, right? And you know what we got to do? We got to remind MAGA what they're going to be, what's in store for them. All right. Thank you, Idaho Gal, for the subscription. Now, this is MAGA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is MAGA thinking they're going to win, right?
We're going to win so much.
Remember?
We're going to win at every level.
Right.
We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
Right.
Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
Right. That's MAGA right now. But then, you know what's going to happen when Biden comes and wins again, like he did in 2020? This is what MAGA is going to sound like.
We had such a big night. You just take a look at all of these states that we've won tonight, and then you take a look at the kind of margins that we've won them by. And all of a sudden, it's not like we're up 12 votes and we have 60% left. We won states, and all of a sudden, I said, what happened to the election? It's off. And we have all these announcers saying, what happened? And then they said, oh. Because you know what happened? They knew they couldn't win. So they said, let's go to court. And did I predict this, Nick? Did I say this? I've been saying this from the day I heard they were going to send out tens of millions of ballots. I said exactly, because either they were going to win, or if they didn't win, they'll take us to court. So Florida was a tremendous victory. 76,000 votes with almost nothing left. And all of a sudden everything just stopped. This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election.
We were getting ready to win. That makes my day, ladies and gentlemen. That makes my day. All right, let's drop the bomb and we're out of here.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
You ain't black. You ain't nothing but a modern day slave. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take care and stay safe out here in these TikTok